There's another one here that I wanted to show you, which is a typical dating app nightmare story. So this is a 8-minute one, but I want you to pay attention to the whole thing. So this is the gal. So this is his video of her filming him. So he took it off her TikTok, and then he tells a story about what happened over here. So just listen up real close.
As well. Yeah. So I hope this was really worth it to you. You really wasted my time and my energy today.
I hope you have a better day.
Oh, well, I was having a great day until you showed up and decided to waste my time.
Do you mind if I close my door?
I don't mind, ugly fuck.
So
he's in a Range Rover, by the way. So this guy is not broke.
Yeah, I'm done dating. So last week I saw this girl on Mutual. That's the Mormon dating app, and I'm on there because, like, you know, I'd like to be with somebody with similar values, and you know, used to be maybe in the church, and so they know where I'm coming from, and I'm very upfront about like that I'm not active and all that. So anyways, I see this girl, very gorgeous. She's got like her business information and her phone number's on her profile, and she does like teeth whitening and
okay, so let me just stop to explain this, because what a lot of women will do on dating apps is they'll have their photography, but if they're in a line of work where they can make money off you, they'll have usually like a photograph of the real estate card, or like a sale sign in somebody's lawn with their photograph, and it has their phone number on it. Or if they do, in this example, he says teeth whitening. So this chick purposely created a dating app to date, but also to make money off the simps, which this guy is a bit of, to, you know, either get a date, get a free lunch, or get paid for services. And in her case, it's teeth whitening.
Esthetician stuff. So I texted her and I was like, hey, I don't know if you knew, but your phone number's in one of your photos on your dating profile. And then what did I say? I said, maybe it's intentional. I'm very interested in you. So I was thinking, if you're game, I could pay you to whiten my teeth. And then if you were attracted to me and we hit it off, I could ask you out on a date.
Okay, that, guys, don't ever do that. That's the
What
stupid
the hell, dude?
Like, you're basically buying
God.
an opportunity to be near her and have her whiten your teeth before you can even take her out on a date. Don't do that. Just completely ignore those business cards that they put in there and just straight up message them and say, dig your vibe. Let's grab a drink. Let's get together. Let's meet. Just very like right to that point. You're not there to like buy services off them. Okay.
So I sent that on Wednesday. Thursday night, she texts me and she says, I'm getting evicted and I have $2,000 of rent to pay. And she put the dollar sign after. So I'm like, oh, I'm getting scammed. That's a fake.
So dude not only reaches out to her directly by text message to get his teeth whitened, he says, hi, I'm going to get my teeth whitened. You know, let's set it up. And then she comes back with not, hey, how are you? You're handsome. I like your picture. You know, that picture of you in number 3 or something like that, you know, it looks like it's at this island. I'm pretty sure I've been there. You know, that not asking questions, not engaging him. What do you do for a living? Just, hey, I'm getting evicted is her next fucking line to him, basically.
Profile, you know, that's a red flag. So I like looked her up a little bit and then I was like, oh no, it's like a legit business. This is her number. And so I just sent her a really nice text. Like, you know, I know things are tough for a lot of people right now. I hope things look up for you. Like, if you end up getting evicted, let me know. I'll help you move your stuff out.
If you end up getting evicted, let me know. I'll help you move your stuff out. Nerd.
What are you doing?
Right as I was getting off drill, she's like, I charge $199 for teeth whitening. Would you like to do it today? And I was like, oh, I'm about to get off work. That could work for me. So I texted her. I was just like, oh, I'll be in uniform. Is there a place where I could change clothes? Because I don't really want to do it in my uniform, blah, blah. And then so she sends me the address. And then she's like, it's downtown, so there's only street parking available. And I was like, okay. So at 4:41, I said, sounds good. We just got released, so I can be there in like 25 or 30 minutes. And so she sends me like some directions of how to get there. So at 5:10, what did I tell you? I said 25 to 30 minutes at 4:41. So 5:10, so 31 minutes. I was 1 minute late. I was like just trying to find a spot. And I called her because it's like there's only a couple spots out in front of her, whatever she rents there. And so I was like around the corner. I called her. I was like, hey, to see if one would open up. So, and then I texted her. I was like, hey, will you just see if one of those spots is opened up? And she texted me back. She says, yeah, I have something else to do after this. There's plenty of street parking. I don't know what kind of games you're playing. So now I'm like, oh, I must be in the wrong spot from what she's talking about.
One of these hot but rude, entitled, bratty esthetician broads, right? You know the kind.
So I park my car where I'm not supposed to be parked in front of her thing. It says permit only. And I walk in, I'm like, hey, I must be confused because I don't see any spots open on the street to park in. And she's like, I told you could park over at the Megaplex, with like all this attitude. And I was just like, okay, I'm gonna pass. And so I turn around and I start walking out the door. And this must not have been her first rodeo, because immediately she starts filming. And she chases me out the door. I'm not kidding. She chases me out the door. She runs over to my car, she's like taking pictures of my plates. She's like, I'm going to call the cops and I'm going to tell them that, because I told you there's $100 cancellation fee. And I'm like in shock, because I'm like, what is going on right now? So I'm like, okay, yeah, you can call the cops. Here's my ID. Like, because she's like taking pictures of my license plate. I'm like, here, I'll make it easier for you. Here's my ID. You can take a picture of that and you can tell the cops this is who I am and they can look me up. And like, she's just like, I told you there's $100 cancellation fee. And I'm thinking in my head, I didn't really want to get my teeth whitened in the first place. I was just trying to get my foot in the door for a nice date with a beautiful woman.
See, this is what ends up happening when you be a simp, right? Like,
Dumbass.
Women treat nerds and simps like they're disposable. They're not interested in you. Prey, yeah, basically.
Food.
Like your fodder. And he's not an ugly guy. He's a good-looking guy. He obviously has some money because he's in a Range Rover, right?
And so she's like standing in the way of my door, so I can't shut it without touching her. And I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna fall for that. So I'm like, hey, can I close my door? And she's, anyways, so I'm closing my door, and she's like, you ugly fuck. And she's like, okay, I'm getting out of here. So then she starts texting me, and she's like, just let it go. So she sends me $100 request on Cash App. She says
she's got a Cash App request that comes through for $100.
What does she say? She says, I'll be letting them know you're probably letting me know. I'll be letting you know you're basically blacklisted to all women in Utah now. I texted back, I think I'll be okay, with a smiley face. And then she texts me and she's,
this is where they take your photograph now and they put it in some Facebook group. Are we dating the same guy? We've talked about this before. I know several guys that have got caught up in the whole "are we dating the same guy" Facebook groups. That's basically where, when you reject a woman from a dating app, she'll take your photograph and put it in a group and say, avoid this guy, he's bad news bears, right? And they'll make up a story as to why.
He says, I should be charging you the full price, the full $199 for wasting my time, but you can go on ahead and pay the $100 cancellation fee so that this doesn't have to get escalated any further, and we can just go about our day and leave each other alone. And I don't respond. Then she sends me a link to a TikTok video that she's like prepped, and she's like, you can pay the cancellation fee, or this TikTok video can go viral after I share it to multiple Facebook groups and my Instagram with 140,000.
So we looked up her TikTok. I'm not going to put it up on the screen, but again, she's your typical like esthetician, fillers, dyed hair, everything's fake on her, completely fake, but she looks good. And she runs one of these businesses where, you know, she's doing makeup and eyebrow tweezing and waxing and all this stuff, including teeth whitening. And this nerd got caught up in it all. Like, they'll always be friendly to you, you know, when it comes to making some money. What happens when they don't?
And like at this point, I'm driving, so I'm just not even engaging. And she's, this whole time, she's calling me. I'm like, I'm not answering the phone.
Are you guys hearing this? She's calling him constantly, texting him constantly, and asking for money constantly.
She's psycho. I don't know what kind of mental health medication she's on, but it ain't working for her. She needs to find something else. And then she says, I don't understand why you offered to pay for teeth whitening just to waste my time. I know I should have charged you the full appointment upfront like I do with all my other clients before allowing you to come waste all my time and energy. If you're a man at all, you would pay the cancellation fee.
There it is. If you're a man, real man, a real man would, or if you're a man at all, insert, you know, following up, whatever that happens to be. It's always a shaming tactic to try to get you what it is that she wants you to do that you're not doing.
Wasting my time. I did absolutely nothing wrong, and I did nothing for you to treat me that way, and I don't deserve my time and energy to be wasted that you did that. And then she texts me a couple minutes later and she says, sounds like you have a business to frostbite food, so I'm gonna make sure that business does not go well. What she doesn't understand is that I have nothing to lose and I probably need that $100 worse than she does right now. So,
and all publicity is good publicity.
Yeah. Frostbite foods. So, oh my gosh. And she's like, I'm gonna blacklist you on all the dating groups. I'm like, girl, I'm done dating, so go right ahead. I'm out. I'm gonna be a passport bro. I'm gonna go find me a nice young Brazilian lady to marry, or you guys can arrange me a marriage. But I am.
And I'm gonna stop there at the passport bro thing, because that's like the next stupid thing that he says, or pretty much the last stupid thing that he says. I'm just gonna be who I am, but I'm going to go down to Brazil and get a nice Brazilian lady that's going to treat me right. Like, he thinks he's going to do better in Brazil. Like, all of a sudden, you know, his social anxiety, his awkwardness, his nerdiness, his simping is not going to get treated the same that it was. I mean, North American women are brutal when it comes to stuff like this, but you're going to get pretty much the same treatment. Doesn't matter where you go in the world if you don't fix yourself. The grass is greener where you water and fertilize it. Hopping the fence rarely solves anything. That's what passport bros think will solve their problem. They have TV shows about this stuff, Moff. You seen these TV shows where like the guy that, you know, he's a 40-year-old virgin, lives in his mom's basement, you know, devout Mormon, has a collection of all of his Transformers like on shelves up ahead, a gaming console. They go in his house and they film it. And he goes to the Philippines and he meets a girl and he tries to bring her back. And she's like, "You're broke and you're a nerd. I'm out.
Yep.
I'd rather go back.
Got my green card. See ya."
Yeah.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
That's how they
Brutal.
usually go. It's nuts. Do not be that guy. Do not simp like that. It's terrible. It doesn't get you anywhere, my friends. I really hope you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch the full-length podcast, you can find that over here, that clip's from. If you're newer to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe over here and pin down below in the top comment. You'll find a bunch of useful links to my website, my supplement line, books, and a bunch of other stuff. Have an amazing day. Peace out.